Hello everyone and welcome to the 28th race of the RLANZ Aldi Cup Series Season number 3, the Autodesk 500 here at Armory Digital. It is our second chase race of the season and we have only a few races to go now. 9 races of course, including this one. I'm joined in the booth by Isaac Nichols.
Hello.
And should be a very entertaining one. Armory Digital can be unpredictable at times, but you never know. You just got to be there at the right time, like most super speedways, most restricted plate super speedways. And anyways, we'll get to the starting lineup. That will be rolling on the bottom of your screen as always. Cyrus McGee starts on the pole on the number 21, and his teammate Jake Rogers will start alongside of them, outside of him. On row 2, Brandon Bent and Tristan Allen, the other two DW Motorsport cars, will start from 3rd and 4th. Row 3 is Dominic Anthony and Isaac Nichols. So, fair few chase drivers actually starting up towards the front of the field. This a bit more than last time. Then we got Dawson Miller in the 5 and Henry Gore in the 2. Both needing good runs today. They're on row 4. Row 5, runner-up last week, Jack Hawkins, second in the points. And the winner of this race last year, Patrick Schamberger, in the number 88, rounds out the top 10. Points leader and last week's winner, Simon Nichols, in the number 24, with a new sponsor for this race only in Autodesk. And the 77, highest non-chase driver again, Lucifer Sam. Julio Caesar in the 91 had a good run last week at Chicagoland. He starts from the 13th position, and starting alongside of him is the Daytona 500 champion, Tyson Gifford. Row number 8, John Sheets, Rookie of the Year leader, and Zenick Price in the 50. I think, if I'm correct, the highest. Yes, he is. So, Zenick Price in the 50, the highest uncharted driver in the field. And we got a couple of NS racing cars to round out the top 20 with Nathan Stapleton and Reagan Whitlock, who had a great run last week at Chicagoland. And then rounding out the top 20, Grace Nacaveto and Roger Ray, who said that he will not be returning to this team next year. And we're going to look further down the field here for all the chase drivers only. Kelly Lee in the 51, currently last in the chase standings, starting way back in 22nd. Matthew Ingram and Lan Hicks, Cooper Motorsport teammates. Hicks finished 4th at Chicagoland last week, and it couldn't be said for Matthew Ingram. But I think finished 27th last week. I can't remember, to be honest, but yep, and for the second straight race, Garrett Senor is the lowest starting chase driver in the field, I believe. So, might need to work on that a little bit. But of course, anything can happen here at Armory Digital.
Absolutely.
A very long race today, 39 laps. We'll get this thing underway.
He's only just barely under that, the lowest driver to be qualified out of the chase drivers, as he's just behind the other two there.
The 16 and the 29.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Further down the field, Jared Oren first start in a long time for him. I do want to mention this car and the 2, because this will be the final race for their sponsors. For Gore, Verizon, and for Jared Oren, it'll be Xfinity Comcast. So those two sponsors will be leaving after this race. Because if you haven't heard about net neutrality, then, well, you probably should research about it, but Verizon and Comcast are big players in that, and it's very bad for us as people who just, go on the internet all the time, so they will not be in the series after this race. And I just realised, I'm stupid, sorry. Dominic Anthony is not a chase driver. So I said Lucifer Sam is the highest non-chase driver in the field. It's actually Dominic Anthony, my bad. But he was a chase driver last year. He's still very good, so it's just a bit of bad luck. So that's kind of embarrassing, but oh well. Let's go on pit road, coming to the green here at Armory Digital. One of the longest tracks in the RLANZ Aldi Cup Series calendar. With 39 laps. The Autodesk 500 coming to the green. And there it is, that's the green flag. We're underway.
Oh, Tristan Allen with a good jump there.
Yep. Already making it 3 wide. Maybe that's just a little bit of a strategy here for him to just fall back. And these guys do take a little while to get up to speed here at Armory Digital. Like most other restricted plate tracks. Here comes Brandon Bent, the 27. Defending champion. See some guys already making it 3 wide. Maybe even 4 wide. Not quite 4 wide, but pretty close. And there's only 4 wide. Jake Rogers on the 1-8. Careful. And of course a wreck. You just never know here at Armory Digital. You can really just wreck anywhere. First lap will be led by the 21 car. Just barely, I think, yes. And here comes Dawson Miller now in the 598. Scrapes the outside wall, I think. He's going to fall back. And Miller, the 5 car, who had a tough race last week at Chicagoland, looking to rebound this week. So his teammates Simon Nichols and Isaac Nichols. Both the Nichols, Isaac and Simon, I should say. Julius Caesar down low. Giffen Trinity, of course, are the only team to have won a restricted plate race this season. Julius Caesar won at Daytona, the Coke 0400. Tyson Gifford back there in the yellow and red car has won the Daytona 500 in those colours, and the 77 of Lucifer Sam won at Talladega. Pick up Simon Nichols in the 24 now, so gone for the lead. Lap 3 very early in the race. Of course, a lap around here at Armory Digital takes a very long time. Best lap time in the moment is John Andrews, 48.3, so nearly a minute long. And Simon Nichols is going to get another bonus point. Came into this race with a 24-point lead over Jeff Hawkins in the black, pink, and blue XI car in the outside lane. He's going to get another bonus point towards the championship. Here comes the 31, way down low. Chase Marks.
Where did he come from?
Yeah, where did he come from? Trying to run the Chase party at the moment. Well, I mean, Anthony's up there as well. He's a non-Chase driver as well. But see the 31 coming. Of course, the thing to watch out for here at Armory Digital is 5 wide. As you can see, they can go 4 wide fairly okay. It's just 5 wide that they usually just don't work out.
And I think I see it starting to form in the mid-pack.
Take a look. There's Reagan Whitlock on the outside there in the 94. He's a Chase driver. Not where he wants to be. Garrett Sonor's way back there as well in the 45. So definitely what he wants to be. There's 4 wide. You can get away with 4 wide for the most part. That's starting to form, and usually so we go 5 wide fairly soon. And here comes Chase Marks.
Looks like a few people are looking but don't want to make it 5 wide.
And Marks looking low. He's going to get to the inside of Anthony. Marks has got teammate Kelly Lee right behind. Of course, Kelly Lee not returning to the series next year. Side by side, looks like Anthony might get it, and he does. So 2 in a row there for the 40. We got a crash. Simon Nichols is in it. Championship implications. There is the 24, and a huge crash. Allen's in it.
Dawson Miller in it as well. Brandon Bent.
Someone's on upside down, I think. Engelram's in it. Allen's in it. Tyson Gifford, the 500 champion, the Daytona 500 champion. There's Miller. It's Julio Caesar. John Gilbert in the 52. That car cannot catch a break. So, big crash here at Armory Digital. Fairly early on. We need to see what happened to trigger that. Racing back to the line, the 31 car. Looks like he may get it here. And he will. So Chase Marks will lead. Back to the caution. We'll need to take a look at what happened. Dawson Miller certainly gone for the day. And that is going to bury him in the points because of this. Here's what happened to trigger the caution. 4 wide and just rubbing off each other. Allen and Engelram just go up the racetrack. Park gets involved. Caesar, a bunch of chase drivers. Brad Bent gets involved because look at that. Just all slide down. Dawson Miller went upside down. There goes Caesar. Upside down off the banking. And that is bad for a lot of chase drivers. Brandon Bent, he wrecked last week. Engelram wrecked last week. Allen got involved in a late wreck. Miller got wrecked last week. Julio Caesar didn't. He was one of the few that actually didn't. Looks like John Gilbert's actually okay, I think. Yeah, there he is.
Of course, unlucky for the number 24, just getting clipped there. Points leader.
Yeah, there he is. A lot of damage on the Autodesk car. I think Jake Rogers got through it. I saw the 45 get through it. Not sure about the 04. We'll have to check on him. I think Alonso I just saw. Yeah, Alonso's a little bit of damage. Dan Park was certainly involved in the 41. He just clipped it.
Now, I don't remember who's second in points right now.
That'd be Porkins.
Oh, so if he does have damage, that's not good for him.
Yeah, but really, the only massive gap from like one driver to another driver is from first to second. It's really close other than that. So, Schamberger here, for example, is... Porkins is 24 back, for example, right? Schamberger's 28 back off Simon Nichols. So, it's fairly close here. Kelly Lee's a long way back, 62 points or something like that. Nichols is over 50 points back, I think. So, Landon Hicks is another driver that's up there in the points. Henry Gore's a long way back.
Pit strategy.
I think Hicks is third in the points coming into this race at 16. He definitely got through. So, will be interesting to see. We've got pit stops. Some guys coming in, some guys staying out.
This is the time where you want to make pit stops under the yellow, because if pit stops happen under green at this track, it gets ugly.
Yeah, it does. There's been a lot of cases where after the after the race, on the cooldown lap, when they're coming down the pit road to, you know, go back to their stalls, and you know, there's usually been a few crashes. So, if there's multiple drivers pitting, it doesn't work. But I guess if there's one driver and everyone slows down, it works fine. There is the 88. Looks like just getting some fuel into the car. No tyres.
There's only a few drivers in the front pitting, and then most of the back drivers.
Anyways, Chase Marks in the 31. He's the leader. We'll take it back to the green. Coming back to the green here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. The number 31 of Chase Marks is the leader. Dominic Anthony is second. The highest running chase driver is Kelly Lee in third. Isaac Nichols fourth. Fifth is Matt Tuck. Sixth is John Sheets. Seventh is Matthew Skipper. Eighth is Grayson Acevedo. Ninth is Jackson Lynn. And Aiden Shepard rounds out the top 10. See that? We'll take a look at the guys who are out. I believe Jake Rogers had an issue of sorts. We don't know what the actual issue is. But we'll figure that out soon. 24 is out. 12 is out. 71 is actually still in it. There he is. You go further down, the 91 and the 5 are also out. So all the guys that are currently out at the moment are chase drivers. That's 5 chase drivers eliminated from the race at the moment. I'll get you about Jake Rogers in a minute. That's the green. We're back in the way. Isaac Nichols going to the outside. Fairly good restart there for the 31. But, of course, you don't want to get too far out front. So let's take a while to get back up to speed. Where are they going? 168. definitely getting there. Take a look at some guys at the back. 29 I know is certainly slow. The 27 is slow. We'll just need to figure out who else is damaged and who doesn't. Will be affected by this. We'll go up to the front. Dominic and Anthony in the 40s taking the lead.
Skipper into the top 5 now.
Yeah, 43. McDonald's Dodge. Here comes Tuck. No word on his future at the moment. No idea if he's going to be sticking around. They got 4 wide already. But they hang on to it. And they're 4 wide again with Lynn, Nichols, Aiden Shepard and Chase Marks. And Marks is getting shuffled back. Here comes the 23 down low. And there goes John Sheets. So this team, Gippertrilling, have won all the restrictor plate super speedways. Might do it again today.
One person we know definitely doesn't have damage from that is Jack Borkins, already up to the top 5.
So it looks like he wasn't involved. Well, he might have been involved a little bit, but looks like the damage, if he has got damage, isn't really affecting his performance. So that's what he wants to see. They're nearly 5 wide. I thought Schamberger was going to make a move there in the 88s. Who of course won this race last year. Might do it again. Here comes Aiden Shepard, the 13. Rough here for him. Not sure about his future, of course. We don't know too many drivers' future. We know Hawkins, I'm fairly sure, is returning to this team. Now, I just noticed something. I would like to mention this group back here. The 21, the 45, couple of chase drivers. Roger Ray in the 99. Lucifer Sam. Jared Oren. John Gilbert, who was involved in that last wreck. Eli Bright. Alonso and Dan Park. Those two have damage. These guys have damage. All these guys, I think, from back here have damage. Eli Bright, I'm not sure about. Maybe John Gilbert as well, but it'll be interesting to see if these guys can catch the main pack. I think these guys will. Probably these guys as well. Maybe Gilbert. I'm not sure about Eli Bright, so would like to mention that. As Hawkins leads a lap, so Simon Nichols has already led a lap in this race. That's a bonus point for Hawkins as well, so good news there. And meanwhile, the 88 car seems to find his way up front here at Armory Digital. Patrick Schamberger takes the lead away. Way down low is the 16, moving his way forward.
Now, back to the topic of Season 4, Matt. Also, no word from him. Cooper Motorsports has reapproached him for an extension, and then there's Nicotech Racing who's interested in getting him. And if he does actually respond and goes to Nicotech, Schamberger, his future will be a little bit.
He'll be in trouble. We got 5 wide. We got 5 wide. And they get out fairly quickly. That's good. John Sheets just bouncing up the outside wall. They're 5 wide again down the back.
Now this is the way into turn 3 or into turn 1. That's where you do not want to be for 5 wide.
You don't want to be 4 wide going into turn 1. I think that's what we've learnt today so far. Obviously after that first wreck. Nathan Stapleton. Not sure about his future either, of course. Owned this team in Season 2. Became a driver this season and handed the team ownership role to Benny Watson. You've got guys back here. Henry Gore. There's Aiden Shepard bounces off the wall of the 13. He's going to fall way back. Story of his year, really. Being a tough one. You got Lee and Nichols right behind him. And Bright has not been able to catch the pack, so that's a tough break for him. But yeah, back to Henry Gore. I would like to mention him as he will be returning. That is fairly sure, unless he misses sign-ups for some reason. But at the moment, he will be back in the 2 car for next season. So good news for Premier Racing Motorsports. As they got at least, they got 2 of their drivers. I'm not sure about the other 2. Someone just glitched around the 19 car. We got 5 wide. Just be careful here. Don't want to wreck. We're not even halfway through this race yet.
They're going to sort out 5 wide. They're going to get out of that. And Zegnik Price with a huge move in 1 and 2.
Sorry about that. For some reason, the computer just decided to get out of the game for some reason. But Reagan Whitlock's out front now. But he finished third? Third, yes. And he is tied for third in points with Landon Hicks in the 16. David Alfave, 78 for RFW Racing. And another rookie, Bruno Barros. Now this car, this 20 car, got a second place finish earlier in the year. Not earlier in the year, last year here at Armory Digital. With Joseph Landy Pavlon just barely lost out to the guy who's currently behind him, Patrick Schamberger. And Schamberger looks strong again. Looks like they've hooked up that car fairly well as you take a look at some of the lap cars back there. So cars, oh, we got a crash in front, that's Cedric Price. Roger Ray's in it. That's Nichols, 48, spinning to the inside. There he is, Anthony Gilbert, the 43. Just be careful. Those guys behind. Going
Hawkins might have been slightly involved in that.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Just be, oh, let's say, just be careful. And Hedger Lavin Alonso has run into the back of Dominic Anthony. And he's smoking, so he's done. Hawkins is slow, he was definitely involved in that. That's bad news for the guy who's second in points. And Patrick Schamberger is out in front. There is Alonso, his day's done. Certainly, with the amount of damage he's got on his car. John Gilbert coming down the pit road. There's the 19 of Jared On, he was involved. Lynn was in it, Price was in it. Nichols got spun around, so... Don't see a lot of wrecks down the back, but they can happen. And happened in a big way. Patrick Schamberger, the race leader, we'll take a look what happened. Here's what happened to check the caution, just not enough space given by the 31 here. And because they're 5 wide, Lynn and Price will make contact, head up into Oren, they get in the wall, spin down, Ray gets collected, they all spin down, Nichols gets involved, Lose for Sam shoots the gap wonderfully. There's Gilbert, Oren, Anthony, those guys all involved. Hawkins was definitely in it in the 04, so that's a tough break there. You see how slow he is compared to these guys. So he's definitely in a lot of trouble here. And then Hedger Lavin Alonso just arco breaks into the 40. So yeah, it looks like Matthew Skipper was also in it in the 43 as he's a lot slower than Eli Bright. Anyways, that's what happened to trigger the caution. The 77 did a nice job weaving his way through that as well. Just would like to mention that again. But anyways, Patrick Schamberger is the race leader. We'll take you back to the green. Coming back to the green here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway, Patrick Schamberger, last year's winner and currently 5th in points, I think, is currently the leader. Bruno Barros in the 20 car is 2nd, Henry Gore is 3rd, David Alfave 4th, and Nathan Stapleton is 5th. His teammate Reagan Whitlock is 6th, 7th is Chase Marks, 8th is Garrison Nord, 9th Cyrus McGee, and 10th is John Sheets. Oops, too far. Let's take a look at the guys that are now out. Alonso, Gilbert, those two have retired. Everyone else is still in the race, including the 71 who is 3 laps down. Can I find him? There he is. So Tyson Gifford, not a good day at the office at the moment, so might improve if there's more wrecks, which might happen. Pace car comes down the pit road. We'll be coming back to the green. So 88, 22, 78, and 92 in the top 5. 2 chase drivers and 3 rookies inside the top 5. Green flag. We're back underway. So the 88 car gets a big jump. 20 car is on the outside, on the inside. As the 2 goes outside, here comes Stapleton. And the Pepsi Max, number 92, one of the few times that they've actually run this scheme this season. There's Reagan Whitlock, 94, going down to the bottom. Trying to push his teammate towards the front. There's Cyrus McGee, the pole sitter for this race. Moving his way back up, trying to go 3 wide for the position. But I don't think he's going to get underneath. Oh, it does actually. So he gets underneath of Reagan Whitlock, shuffles him to the middle. Anthony way off the pace. And a couple of these guys are also involved in those wrecks. Off the pace. The 04 is one of them with 48. Just caught back in a unfortunate place at the moment. He's got don't think he's got actually any damage. He's just caught up behind all these lap cars, and that's affecting him. We've got Hicks back here, not good for him. 43, 17, 39. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch up. So 21 car now. Cyrus McGee going back to the front. He led the first lap of this race. And of course it is the pole, so I want to see who's the fastest lap. It's Annie Thomas back there. Just remember about Annie Thomas. Dominated the Daytona 500 and finished third in that race, so just keep that in mind. There goes Whitlock, trying to get back to the front of the field. He's led a few laps today. Oops, didn't mean to get that one spazzed out. We're going to get 4 wide at the line. I think the 88 got it.
Out for the lead.
Jonathan King down to the bottom, trying to shuffle those 3 chase drivers back. We've got a couple of non-chasers, and then Kelly Lee is a chase driver running down there in 4th on the inside lane. Aiden Shepherd, I don't know, he was involved in that last wreck. I don't know how much damage he has. It looks like Eli Bright may be able to catch up to the pack. He wasn't able to catch up to it last time, but that might have been because he's in a might have been because of the situation like Isaac Nichols, where he's just got an okay car, just wasn't able to stay with the pack because of other cars. Here comes 94 to lead his second lap of the day. I believe it's the second lap actually, I'm not sure. And here goes the 51 car way down low. Nearly 5 wide. Colin Driver hitting the apron. Trying to get to the inside, trying to shuffle the 51 up the racetrack. He does. Colin Driver in the 11. Now he's going to get left. Coming out to dry here by him, Thomas. Still 4 wide there, down to the bottom. Thomas gets shuffled to the... Trying to push the 51, the 11. Got a very good run here. He's might be able to clear these guys. Clears the 51. Not able to clear those guys. Trying to lead a lap, trying to block the 72 down low. Comes the 94 up top. Reagan Whitlock leads another lap on the outside lane. Contact between the 36 and the 77. But they go straightened out. John Sheets taking the race lead. And it looks like Aiden Shepherd is going to catch up to the pack, and Eli Bryant has caught the pack.
Of course, you see a lot of door-to-door contact in turn 1. It's all good and it's all fine until they go nose to quarter contact.
Yeah. Here comes the 51 down low. Wait for good time to get down low. But doesn't have enough help at the moment. The 2 Melee Motorsport cars trying to push her, but massive lot of help there for John Sheets. He's going to lead a lap. And then kind of abandons chase marks, and that might hurt him more than, you know. Kelly, there's Shepherd at the back. Here comes Andrews in the 35 down low. Henry Gore the 2. This is a good run for him.
Try and stick his nose in there, he's got it. Don't know if he's going to have the run out of the corner though.
That outside lane, it's unusual. I haven't seen it a lot here, but the outside lane looks like it's working fairly okay at the moment. He's got 3 wide between 3 chase drivers for the lead. Gore, Schamberger, and Sidor. Oh, we got a crash! Lee's in it. Lee in the 51's in it. A chase driver. Marks is in it. Sheets is in it.
And we're gonna have to
watch out. Caleb Campbell!
Huge contact.
Oh dear, and that's it for Kelly Lee. She's done. Oh, just be careful.
Looks like everyone's cleared up.
We're racing back to the line. Caleb Campbell's car is absolutely totaled. There he is, the GoPro car. Kelly Lee, Chase Marks, Grayson Acevedo was in it. John Sheets. All out of the race. fairly late in the go. John Andrews also involved in the 35, may have caught the apron. Anyways, race back to the line. 94 looking to lead another lap, but it doesn't look like it. Annie Thomas, the 36 car, led late in the 500, finished third as already mentioned. She is the leader. So we'll take a look at what happened to trigger the third caution of the day. Here's what happened. We saw it in the first caution, just a little too close, and they get into each other. Lee and Acabetta, they go up the racetrack and they all get involved.
Of course, the nose to quarter contact that I talked about a few laps earlier.
Yep. There is Caleb Campbell flying into it. All these guys do a nice job. The 41, the 17. There's Campbell. These two guys here are just trapped on the apron. These guys do a nice job slowing it down. So, where did he go? The 95. I don't know where he went. Jonathan King. There he is, actually. He was involved a little bit as well. Saw Sam was up there. So, big wreck. Late in the going, our third caution of the day. And it'll be Annie Thomas, the 36. Lead us back to the green. Leads us back to the caution. David L5 up in second position at the moment. A great run for him. In the 78. Whitlock third. Garrett Sinor and Colin Driver the top 5. We'll take it back to the green. Coming back to the green here at RLANZ Digital. Hopefully for the last time. We're on lap 33. So if we do wreck within the next few laps, we will have another caution. We'll have another attempt to finish this race without an overtime. Annie Thomas, the 36, is the race leader. David Alfave is second. Reagan Whitlock, the highest chase driver, in third. Garrett Sinor is fourth. Those two, at the moment, would jump to the top of the points chart. Then you got Colin Driver in fifth, looking for his second win of the year. Patrick Schamberger looking to go back-to-back here at RLANZ Digital. Henrik War in the 2. Cyrus McGee in the number 21. Bruno Barros and Eli Bright, I believe, is the top 10, and it is. So we'll take a look. There are a few guys out of the race now. John Andrews, I don't think he's actually... Yeah, John Andrews is still in it. Gifford's still in it. Acevedo's still in it. I think the rest of those guys, the 51, the 72, 31 and 39, all out. Notice how they all have, what, like 11 lap intervals when they wreck? Interesting. Here we go. So restart box. There we go. Green flag. Thomas could not get going as well as some of the others we've seen on these restarts. But might not work out for the 78 car because he's going to be shuffled back. Here comes Whitlock in the 94 down low. Whitlock and Sinor have never won a cup race. Well, technically Reagan Whitlock has, but it wasn't a points race. He won the duel, one of the duels back in season 1 at Daytona. Garrett Sinor has won a Detroit Series race back in season 1. Other than that, he's never won. He's not won in the Cup Series ever, even in an exhibition race. An interesting final few laps. And Reagan Whitlock, who's led a fair few laps tonight, will lead it with 5 laps to go here at RLANZ Digital. Well, will he? Because here comes the 11 and Colin Driver looking to spoil the party here. For win 2 of the season for Colin Driver, would be very happy about that. Henry Gore, moves up to second place. He would love the win. Get himself back in championship contention. Bruno Barros looking for that team's first win and his first win, like Garrett Sinor, I guess. Cyrus McGee in the 21, looking for his 7th Cup Series win in the 21. You got Schamberger shuffled to the middle. Eli Bright in the 56, looking for GL Racing's first official win. Because, of course, Eli Bright won the Aldi shootout earlier in the year. 4 laps to go. Henrik War out in front.
Barros to the lead now.
Yep. Down the bottom, they're 4 wide back there. careful. Some guys in the back there out of it. So the 20. Moves up front, of course, the 20 car driven by Joseph Landy Pavlon. Nearly won his race a year ago, but lost it to the guy who's now coming up on the inside. Patrick Schamberger, the move Chevrolet. Drove for Amper Racing when he got that win last year. He moved to Nicotech. Got a win at Texas earlier in the year, looking for his second win of Season 3 and looking to move to the top of the points charts. He's going to lead with 3 laps to go. Look at the 23 car trying to go down to the bottom. Matt Tuck. He's been fairly quiet this race. But how about that? 3 of the Cooper Motorsport cars up in the shot to win this thing. How about Isaac Nichols? He wrecked a number of laps ago. Now he's up here in that 48 car. He would
now
also
under attack by Garrett Sidnor.
Sidnor is just biding his time here. He's waiting for the right time to move. The top 2 single file. Here comes Driver coming back to the front. It's a Cooper Motorsport battle. It's Cooper Motorsport 3, 4, and 6 at the moment. Dave Delfave coming up the middle. 2 to go. When will Sidnor make the move here at Armory Digital? You'd have to think he'd be on the final lap out of turn 4 if he can stay in that position. Aiden Shepherd's lost the pack. There he goes down to the bottom for the lead. I don't think... Look at Schamberger trying to hang on to the outside. Doesn't have enough help. Looks like maybe the 45 will get him here.
We'll just have to see if he can keep the lead. Of course, Schamberger kept the lead for about a couple laps.
He's not going to, because here comes Driver down to the bottom in the 11. Unless the 16 tries to break it up, he does. He goes through the middle. He's got a little bit of help from Isaac Nichols. He got the white flag. There it is. No overtime. Here comes Driver. We're not going to catch the 40. Driver in the 11. Here comes Hicks. He's got down to the bottom. He is winless this season, Landon Hicks. He got a win at the Brickyard last year. He's now up into second. Can he get his first win of the year? Here comes Schamberger back down low. It might be Colin Driver's race right here. He's got to protect the bottom. Here he goes. Schamberger looking low. He's got to get underneath. For 2 in a row. Can he do it? Side by side.
Outside looking.
Oh, here we go. No, I think Schamberger's got it. He's got too much of a run. Patrick Schamberger wins at Armory Digital again. For the second time.
To back.
Yeah, how about that?
And it was almost the number 20 P2 again.
Yeah, just like last year. But how about that? Patrick Schamberger, the winner of the Autodesk 500 for the second consecutive season, and jumps to the top of the point standings for the first time in his Audi Cup Series career. What a time to do it here in the chase. Colin Driver lost that race, you would have to think. He was leading, going into 3 and 4. He didn't protect the bottom and it hurt. He was not able to win. And Landon Hicks, I think he just waited too long. But he finished 4th again. But tonight's about Patrick Schamberger winning here at Armory Digital for the second time in his career. But we need to also talk about some of the other guys that finished in the top 5. Bruno Barros, I believe that equals his career best finish in the number 20. And the 88, there he is. We've obviously already talked about the 11 and the 16 Cooper Motorsports. Very, very impressed today with their drives. All 3 of their cars in the top 10, I think. There's 3 of their 4 cars in the top 10. But we also need to talk about David Delafave in the 78 car, because that is his first career top 5 finish after starting dead last. So how about that for the 78, the rookie, moving his way forward. Garrett Sidnor finishes 6th. Now Hicks and Sidnor will jump to 2nd and 3rd in the points, with both good finishes. There's the 04 and the 48. But you got Cyrus McGee finishing 8th, Nathan Stapleton and Henry Gore. So a fair few chase drivers actually ended up in the top 10 there at the end. After the first 5 retirements were chase drivers. So See how that affects the championship standings.
Yeah.
It will definitely affect Simon Nichols. He'll lose the points lead and fall to 4th after having a 24-point lead.
Ugh. And for Schamberger, that is in his RLANZ career, his 6th win. In TRL, I'm not too sure.
Third win.
Third win, and I guess 2nd in the season.
Yeah, 2nd this season. And I don't know how many repeat winners that would be now, but there's only been a few. But when they have won, there's been plenty. You've got Simon Nichols who've won 4 races. Rogers has done the same. McGee's won 3. Bent and who was it? I can't remember who the other one was. That has also got 2 wins. And Schamberger joined that group. So yeah, Dawson Miller. That's right. Dawson Miller's got 2 wins as well. So he's like only a few now. I think maybe 7. I'm not sure. Anyways, but that doesn't matter because Patrick Schamberger is the winner here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway and the Autodesk 500 for the 2nd straight year. So congratulations to him, and we'll see you guys next time.